everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are basically caught up to what I've been up to in real time, in a sense. I mean, obviously after this video comes out, you guys will be a little bit behind again. Maybe by then I'll have something done with my hair. Who knows? But yeah, I'm heading to my boy Austin's again today. I am living back in my van again, but I still have a bunch of stuff I need to finish up before I can really be comfortable with saying I've done enough before heading back to Vancouver Island. What I need to do is, my list is back there. I'll show you guys the list once we get to my boy Austin's place. But yeah, we've got a few things to do. I've got one thing to reseal on the roof, one of the wire inlets. I'll explain all of that once I get there. But yeah, your boy messed up on installing his roof vent and wire inlets on the roof, so I needed to redo that. So we'll get into that once I get up there and show you guys what's going on. Also, I gave my roof another little paint job with a little style on this one, you know. It was actually a request, so. Oh no, I got stuff falling around all over back there, man. I can't wait for everything to have its own spot. I miss the organization of my white van, not the white van itself. I do miss the organization of it because everything had its spot, you know. I didn't have to worry about where something was. And I look forward to getting that in this van eventually as it gets more built out. My main goal today is to focus on sealing braces, actually. At the rear of the Chevy vans, my white van had the same issue as well, but I just kind of let it hang. I don't want to do that in this van build, but the roof, the ceiling at the very back has no stud really to grab onto body-wise for the wood paneling. So I'm going to need to make a ghost stud. I'll show you guys that as we get it. My dad's gone to go grab some angle brackets. I've got some brackets right here, and we are gonna try and make a ghost ceiling stud in the rear. And then hopefully I got something to mount my official ceiling to. My thought is that I might go with pine wood, just the tongue and groove style stuff on my ceiling. I've been really thinking that would be a cool touch to the van. I also need to figure out some kind of flooring. I've got an idea on what I want to do, but it's also bloody expensive. That's going to take me some time, on top of trying to make enough to go to Vancouver Island once again. It's been a bit of a struggle here. My hair tells the story of someone who's extremely exhausted. And it's true. I took the last like 2 days to like try and relax. We had Thanksgiving dinner. Randy, great, huge supporter of the channel. You guys have seen him in previous videos. He's one of the guys who helped me get this van. He's the guy who helped me get the tires on this van. He was there when we put the transmission in. He came from, he stays out and around Edmonton area. He came from there to Calgary to come over and spend Thanksgiving with us. That was amazing. Him, my sister, and my dad went out grocery shopping. Got everything they needed for a Newfoundland jigs dinner, and yeah, that was a blast. Unfortunately, I was so just kind of a little distracted with just editing and trying to get a video out to you guys. I couldn't really enjoy it, but nonetheless, seeing Randy again and having everybody around for Thanksgiving was definitely a blessing. You know, I look forward to getting out to Drumheller, where we were this summer, actually, at the beginning of this summer. That's where Randy's usual hangout is in the summer, and I like to go check that out again next year. I guess it's actually a really beautiful spot. But yeah, we'll see how everything goes. But yeah, Right now we are just about to pull up to the garage and sort out what we're gonna get done today. I'll show you guys my list of things I need to accomplish before I can leave for Vancouver Island and walk you guys all through what I've got done on the van up to this point from the last video. Yeah, let's fill you guys all in. Okay, you guys, now that we're in the garage, this is the list of stuff that I'll need to do before I leave for Vancouver Island again. So yeah, as I mentioned, I need to reseal my roof. I have done the roof vent and the rear wire inlets already. And the main reason I needed to reseal my roof was because I actually sealed it the first time with some kind of tar. I'm not exactly sure what I did to mess this up when I got the stuff to do it, but I did mess it up, so we ended up having to pull it all off, reseal it all with proper lap sealant. And on top of resealing it with proper lap sealant, I actually got these fancy screws with a soft washer. There was a lot of this stuff to remove. We used a bit of gasoline to wipe it up and make it all clean, but it took probably 2 or 3 hours to get it all off, and the hardest part was getting underneath the solar panel to clear up the wire inlets. Before laying the new lap sealant, I actually decided to give it a quick paint job. You see, when I mentioned to Yana that I wanted to make my van into a hot rod home, she mentioned that no hot rod was complete without flames, so I decided to put flames. You want flames? Put flames. Someone call OSHA.
Okay.
Now we get the actual.
Oh, yeah, cut. Okay, play it.
I was showing the lab sealing because we got the actual stuff this time, not tar.
This Santa movie, is it? See, that camera guy should be here. Here's press on this. Holy shit. A lot of work, this camera stuff.
Tell you, people don't know.
Oh.
They think this is just all fun and games. This is serious stuff.
Okay, my child, what are you doing? Oh. Okay. Now let's get down safely. That camera's not on, right?
No.
It's on the square button.
Huh?
It's on the square button.
Is it? Yeah, it's still going.
Well, sweet chills, man.
My sombrero is too big. I need to do the front wire inlets underneath the light bar. I've also readjusted my light bar so that it shines a lot better now. As I mentioned on the drive here, I need to redo my ceiling. Currently, it's a mess. Ignore it, it's just craziness. Let me clean that camera. There we go. Yeah, it's a mess up there. So we're gonna be trying to redo that. I do have some plywood over here. And like I say, my dad's going to get some angle brackets, so hopefully we can make a ghost stud. I'll show you guys more of that here in a little bit. And then make some side covers to hide the wiring along here. We're going to do something similar to my little white man on that. Finish some wiring. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to really install any speakers. Finish some wiring. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to really install any speakers. I have my subwoofers back in the van, but as for like speakers, I don't think I'm going to have a chance to install any. I need to get some curtains because that old tore up curtain from my white van is totally outdated. I also have been taking some of the stickers off of the outside of the van as well. A subscriber sent in a decal eraser, and that's what I've been using on the van's body. As you guys can see here at the back is definitely faded in, so like you can kind of still see the stickers. I'm gonna give it a good cleaning, but might need a polish. The back doors are pretty much pooched anyway. I'm not worried about those. But yeah, these were the kind of stickers that were on the side of the van. They came all the way down the side. As you can see, they're so weather beaten that it's a good thing that they're coming off. And I like how it looks just with the blue. No Miami Vice stickers. So yeah, we're gonna be trying to finish that up before we go. Also, I have a piece of wood right here that I'll be putting over this. That is totally sealed up, and on the inside of here, I actually ended up covering it up because I'm hoping to get a hot water propane shower put right here. And then when I open my two side doors, I have a full shower. That would be the ultimate luxury for me in van life. It's the only thing that I gotta say I miss about houses is a shower. So eventually one of those things will be mounted right there. I've been planning for one for a very long time, and hopefully soon enough we can get one of those things and be able to shower anywhere. So on top of that, we have to, we don't have to, but I want to switch up this orientation a bit. I'd love to take the grill off, give it a quick paint with some black. I'm going to be moving my fog lights up here along with my mailbox. It's going to go above the GMC symbol, and then my lights and the mailbox will be all in a line along the top of here. I just like the look of it better. There's no real preference on light position. If anything, you'd want those lights to be lower, but for me it's all about style, you know, as you can tell by my hair. But yeah, on top of that, we need to fix my van's exhaust, because I still haven't done that. I need to do an oil change and check all my fluids, spark plugs, brake pad replacement possibly, and fix my front window, which a lot of these things I'm not gonna have time to get done. But I'm going to try and do what I can to finish off as much as possible, you know, so, yeah. Let's dig into the van a little more, and I'll explain what's all going on in here. Yeah, I know it's a mess in here, but it is what it is, you know. So we will give it one good final cleaning before we leave. I'm pretty much living like this, you know. Just throw a blanket over me, go to sleep. It works, you know. So, but yeah, we've got the power station right here, getting it all cleaned up. Got the diesel heater in. That's gonna be so bad.
What did you do? Oh! That's good though. Let it dry on there. It's like grip.
Huge thanks to Vernon and family for sending this heater almost a year ago. Randy for helping install and all the extra accessories, and Mr. Blur for loaning his tools and also filming. It's seriously a mess up.
I can't see shit. I'm just holding the camera.
Fix and mess up.
I almost said something you'd have to edit.
So,
I need more stress.
I like that they're. You gonna say something?
I'm just amazed by it.
Put it in there. Put it right in there. Let's see it.
That's fine. I fixed everything.
Yeah, connect that and then the wire, then we can put them in. That's sweet.
I just see what's in your mouth.
Ignore the patch, folks. We're gonna call it patina.
I like it.
Should work. Should work.
Okay, look out, man.
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
The inverter mounted, the NOCO charger here. We've got the charge controller down over there with another diesel heater vent. I've been really loving the split. I've got a solar kill switch just over here. Along with my solar kill switch, I also have my charge controller mounted, and I managed to squeeze in time to install at least one aftermarket speaker. I've been really taking my time with trying to mount things properly and as cleanly as I can, all while keeping in mind what I might add in the future. So in a sense, everything right now is kind of strategically placed, and with all of the spaces you see, stuff will be added in the future in those locations. I will eventually do a full van tour, explaining what everything is and why it's been placed there. I understand that many people do their van builds completely different, but I believe that they're individual, and mine definitely suits my needs. There are many things still yet to do, like tucking up the headliner and finalizing the ceiling, but I'm very hopeful that by the time I reach Vancouver Island, all will be finished and ready to go for the next step of the build. I've got to say, one of the hardest parts of this entire van build was dealing with anything overhead, including insulating and also installing that rear ghost stud I mentioned earlier. And what I did for that was basically put a piece of plywood across the back and then angle bracket it to the sides so that the ceiling has something to grab to when it goes in. That's strong. They can't handle it. Matter of fact, you know what? My van is such a pigsty right now. I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup on this thing first before I go and show you guys any more of it, because I noticed even Vernon mentioned into my last premiere, dude, you need to clean your van. And I know, man, I know. I always pride myself on having a clean home or a clean vehicle. You know, even my white van, as shitty as that van was, I always tried to keep the interior as clean as possible. And not having places to put stuff in this van is what creates most of the clutter. So with what's coming for the van, I'm hoping to be able to solve that issue and have storage space for everything that I need. I'm even thinking up some ideas for under the fridge. I've been thinking about picking my fridge up from its position, just lifting it up probably, 4 or 5 inches, making a little storage underneath for frying pans and pots and stuff. So lots of ideas still rolling as we build the thing out. So
you can always put something else in there with it. Besides your pots and pans.
The door closes.
Right. Oh yeah, then you're gonna fall in.
Yeah.
And you can always make a loop like that.
Yeah.
Put your pots in.
Once this piece gets cut,
Okay.
right, it'll slide it just like that, right? But it'll be that tall because you'll have cut that much off that piece.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Doesn't comprende?
Okay, well you gotta cut the thing.
Yeah, but cut it off here first, because then it'll only have to be this much. You know what I mean? Constantly going through changes. One of the changes is my fuse panel on this side. I've been really thinking, just from using the roof fan and my lights, that I'd like a switch on that side, near the head of my bed, so I don't have to get up and lean over and turn my lights or my fan off at night. Just a little luxury things, you know? Feels weird to even say little luxury things for me. Just, as most of you know, most of my van life has not exactly been luxurious, but we just make it happen. And this thing being built out the way it is, I think this is definitely going to be the most luxurious I've ever lived in a vehicle. So moving on up, but it should be all right. I've also been wiping off the overspray that I sprayed from when I painted the roof. I think I'm gonna stop talking right here, get doing a few things on the van, and I'll check in with you guys when it's cleaner, and we could talk a little bit more about what we've got going on inside. Okay, you guys, I realized that after a dump run cleaning up the garage and a bunch of other stuff, I forgot to film an outro for this video. So I'm gonna end the video off right here, and we'll catch back up with you guys in the next one, where we will be very close to heading off on our trip back to Vancouver Island. I'm very excited for that trip, but there's a lot leading up to this that we need to get done. So with that being said, I'm gonna try and get some rest. When we leave for Vancouver Island, I will be basically filming every single day of the trip, and I will make sure to keep you guys all up to date on how all of that goes. It's going to be a really cool trip. It's going to be me, my dad, and Mr. Blur all headed to Vancouver Island. And once we get there, we're going to be meeting up with a group of really cool people, you guys. I'm super excited for it. So yeah, stay tuned for the next couple of videos because it's going to get pretty wild. I know I haven't posted very frequently in the last little while, but we are definitely going to be ramping that up here in the near future. And I'm very excited to show you guys all what becomes of the back of this van. Remember, less than a year ago, this thing was just an empty cargo van, and all of you made it possible for me to get this van and make all of this happen to this point. So thank you all so much. If you enjoyed this video and you enjoy this kind of content, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. All of it helps the algorithm, and I greatly appreciate every bit of it. If you'd like to help support the channel that little extra, you can always join YouTube memberships. But with all that said, I'm going to end the video off here. And remember, never give up on living life, because life is the most precious thing we have. I'll see you guys all in the next one.